Hi, I'm Kelsey Danae Giffen. I am a senior at West High School. I am in my 4th year of 3D art, and in the future I am hoping to major in education and minor in art to become a high school 3D art teacher. Today I will be showing you how to make this can have a face on it to make it look like a monster is living in the can. Trigger warning, I do have a pocket knife. It's just a small little pocket knife because you do have to cut into the can to attach the clay to it. To cut down a little bit of time that it will actually take, I have most of the clay already rolled out and shaped the way it's supposed to do that I'm attaching to this can, but I will be quickly showing how to make these shapes. So I'm making my can into a cyclops today. So I have this little shape for the eye. It's just an oval shape that you roll out of clay. So I'm using air dry clay. So you just take a chunk of clay and you can take as much off as you need to make it whatever size you want, and then you roll it into a ball. Like, just take it in your palms like this and roll it into a ball, and then roll it into a ball, and then you just take it and you just manipulate it into the way that you want it to look, and then you can flatten it even to make it look more cyclops, like more of this shape. So then you just like this almost. It's not perfect because it's just a quick demonstration like that, and then I have this coil that I have already rolled out to make the lips for the mouth of it. So for these are fairly simple to make. They're not difficult. You just take a chunk of clay and you roll it out. How you're gonna want to do it is on a surface. So you're gonna want to take your clay and you're just gonna want to roll it like this in your palm until you get that shape. And then I'm putting a unibrow on mine, so I just did the same thing but just rolled it smaller, and then I cut it a little bit smaller. So basically what you're gonna do is pick where you want to cut into your can. So I'm picking this side because I like keeping the ingredients and stuff on it. So what you're gonna do, trigger warning again, for the knife that I'm about to pull out, I will be safe with it. So what you're gonna want to do is you want to take where you want to cut the eye, and you're just gonna want to puncture into it very safely. Be safe with this. And then you're gonna want to cut down like so to make the shape. And then if you make it too long, that's okay, because you can always fill it with clay because you will be painting at some point if you want. And then you have that little shape, and then you can cut the sides again to make it more where the clay can stick to it. Sorry, it's a gross sound that it will make. So now you have this little indent right here where you can stick the clay in. So what you're gonna do is take the clay you have, and you're gonna like push it onto it like so, and it will indent in it. And then you're just gonna push into the clay. It might rip a little bit, see, like it indented into it. And then what you start to do is you take the clay and push it down onto the sides. You can use a little tool. Sorry, let me grab my tool real quick. So I just have this little flat end of a makeup brush. Just you can use whatever you want, just anything that you can use to push down the clay onto the can. So you just push it down onto the can like so. It's gonna look a little crazy at first, but that's okay, because when you get done, you can fix up your little mistakes that you made. It's just very quickly push it down so you can get the idea of the face on there. And then you push it down like so. Just push it down. It looks a little ridiculous. And then you're gonna I have my jar of water right here. You're gonna dunk your finger in water or whatever you're using in water, and then you can just you can flatten out the clay and make it look nicer. So the eye is a little crooked on mine. That was not intentional, but they're not supposed to be perfect. And then like this. So this is what I have so far. It's not perfect, but it will get a lot better. And then the knife is back out. I'm sorry about this. And then you can make the eyelids. I love making eyelids on mine because I feel like it adds a little more character than the eye just being wide open. So then you add little eyelids like so. And then I use my knife for this part, but you don't have to. You can use a little tool. All you're gonna wanna do is take the where you cut and push down to make the eye look a little less like stuck to the eyelid. Like make it look more like an eye. Like the eyelid is not detached from the eyelid, but more not like right up against the eyelid. And once you get that done, you can fix it up so it's not so messy. If you'd like, you can take a brush or anything. I like using a makeup brush for this part, and then you just stick it up in there and you round out those rough edges that you just had. You round them out and make them look all nice and pretty. Like so. See? Now it looks more like an eyelid. Now it looks more like an eye. A little bit like an eye. Once you paint it and stuff and make it look a lot nicer, then it'll start to look like an eye once you add like the iris and everything that you do. I'm just fixing up the shape a little bit because it's not looking too pretty. And then that's my Cyclops eye so far. And then for the mouth, what I like to do is just do a straight across, because cutting into a can is really hard making it a smile. So what I do is I go down here and I just make a little indent, and then I'm gonna do a small mouth today because I don't want to do a big mouth. I think I'm just gonna do a little small mouth like that. And then you take the part that you coiled up. I don't need as much as I rolled out as I thought I would, and sometimes you will do that with clay. You take your mouth and you can do, I'm just doing a straight across line, but you can do yours open if you would like, and then you take yours and just lay it, push it down into that can because it won't stick. And then you just smooth it like you did the eye into the can so it stays a little better. So let me do that real quick so I can show you guys what it looks like. And then, okay, so that's what it looks like so far. And then another trick, I'm gonna put the knife down here when I cut it so I'm on the table. Make a little straight across line, make it look a little bit more like lips. And then for this part, to make it look like how that end looks, you're just gonna push down, and then you can push up to make it look more like lips. Like that. And then you take your brush again, dunk it in some water so it's nice and wet, so it's not just a dry brush. And then you just smooth it out to make it look a little less all messed up. Like so. And there you go. You have the lips and then the eye is attached. And then for the eyebrow, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a little cut. I'm gonna put a little cut into the top right here. Just the tiniest little cut, if I can get it in there. Okay, tiny little cut on the top. And then you're gonna take the little tiny coil you made, and you don't need as much as I thought I would in the beginning. And then you just smush it down like you did the last time, and then you fix it up, and you can add yarn and stuff to make it look more hairy if you would like. You can paint your Cyclops or your regular monster however you want. I have seen people do where they have the mouth open and they put tongues out of it or teeth. I've seen people put hot glue in it to make it drip so it looks like there's saliva coming out. And yeah, so this is just a basic tutorial for how to make a monster basically coming out of a can. You can add little arms on the side if you'd like to. It's full creative freedom for whatever type of monster you would like to do. So thank you.